Anthony Clayton, current president of the Deloraine Football Club, and we are in the club rooms.
Tracey, a committee member, Deloraine Football Club.
Why do you love footy?
It's been in my blood for a lot of years, having played it, having umpired it, and been associated with this football club for 6 or 7 years. It's a bit of a passion.
Similar?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing footy or been mixed up in footy since I was a kid. Yeah, played a lot of footy around the state, been around here forever, played in '79, premiership side, and come back to 1984 when we first joined the NTFA as a player. Been and gone, president gone, come back, gone, president again. Yeah, just good. I love it. It's good. Love the game. Love any sport.
You recently got an award as recognition for your work. Can you talk a little bit about that, Don?
It was an award given by the Meander Valley for a sports award for recognition of the time that I've been here at the football club, mainly setting up our competition during COVID, organising the restructure of the club after the flood of 2022, yeah, and also help have a senior women's team here at the football club and general other stuff around the community. It was in recognition of my service. Meander Valley Sports Award.
Can you talk about some of the challenges that you faced making the women's team and the flood?
I'll talk about the establishment of the football during the COVID year, which is when I started at the club here. Getting the competition up and running back in that time was driven by the Deloraine Football Club, mainly by the coach at that time, Lockie Dornoff, and myself. We had many meetings with the NTFA and getting them to get them across the line, because these COVID times are very difficult and all new to us. And NTFA kept on putting up barriers, but we kept on asking questions. Why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? And we had quite a few meetings and had a meeting here with the president and vice president of the NTFA here, and it got quite challenging at times, but they saw what benefits it can bring to the community in those difficult times, and getting clubs who wanted to play football across the two divisions, and that's what we're aspiring to keep the people engaged in the community. And there were five clubs from the Premium Division and 4 clubs from the Second Division, and we had a senior and an under 21s competition. So clubs like South Launceston, Longford, they all found it too difficult, but country people are doers, and we strive to get that competition up and running. So that's probably the thing that I can hang my hat on, of getting that competition up and running. And we just so happens we won the competition for that year. Getting the club up and running after the flood was very challenging as well. But yeah, it was a time of put a lot of financial pressure on the club, because we didn't have a facility to use and we couldn't hire it out and generate money in the off season. It became quite a challenge. Still recovering from it, and getting the women's team up and running. There were people before me as well, and there were people within the club that wanted to get it going. So the committee facilitated that and went to the NTFA and got it across the board. And we won a premiership in the 3rd year, which I think is fantastic, considering a lot of the girls hadn't played football before. A lot of it was down to our coach, Brad Power, ex-senior coach here at the football club, and been involved with the club for many years. Very passionate football person, and the way I was able to get those girls to gel together, it was a great reward for him and the girls to do that. Yeah, they're the 3 main areas I think that I'm most proud of in the 5 years that I was president.
So you were president during that period?
Yep. 2020 to 24.
Okay. And when did you start? When did you come to this club?
2018.
Where were you before?
I'd lived in the community here.
Yeah.
As I said, I played my football in Hobart, and when I moved back up to the north here, I took up umpiring because I couldn't afford to get injured, and I played a lot of golf. Had a young family. I lost my first wife to breast cancer in 1987, and I had to look after a couple of kids. They were quite challenging times as well. And then, played a fair bit of golf, and I was president of the golf club and captain of the golf club on the committee for over 20 years, and resigned from there because I wanted to see the young boys at the golf club take over, and the only way to do that is step right away and make them do the job. And then a great friend of mine, Terry Rolls, who was the head trainer here at the football club. Unfortunately, Terry contracted MND and passed away about 3 years ago now. But he was the one who got me involved at the club and asked me to come down, and I was looking after the sponsors. And so that's when I became involved. But I used to come down before that and watch some games when I could. And I was running a dairy farm as well, so...
There's not that much extra spare time, really, is there?
Never is.
No.
But you've got to make time.
No,
and I was in the situation where I had to, and I was able to employ a couple of people on the farm at the same time, which enabled me to take my kids to sport and enjoy watching them play sport. And then when they left, it was my turn to take over and have a bit of a game myself. So that's a short of my history in the Deloraine area. I've lived in the area most of my life. I'm 72 and I spent 10 years in Hobart working down there, boarding school as well. So the majority of my time has been in the Deloraine district.
Can you talk a little bit about the football club overall, like the number of players, how many people are involved?
Oh,
ballpark?
Yeah, we've got a pair of people involved now. We've got seniors, reserves, under 18s, senior women's, 2 junior sides for women.
3,
is there?
I think we've got 12 to 13 teams from the juniors right to the
A
seniors.
full contingency of...
Which is not bad for a township of Deloraine size.
Yeah, we've always had a good junior program. They've done for years, all the age groups.
What age can kids start to play?
Under 10.
Yeah.
So they
under 10, under 12s, 14s, 16s, 18s. But we've got the 18s. The under 18s come into the senior comp. We run those, and the juniors run that. It's a different competition run by the NTJFA.
And they play on Sunday. The juniors.
Yeah, but we've always had that. We first joined from the Escasation in 1994. I was at City South then and came back out. And then the following year, City South continued to go, and then the following year after that, they folded and became South Launceston. And a lot of the players came back out then to here. And we had a pretty good side back then. But I've been in the town all my life. Played with Red Hill Mini League, come straight to senior football at Deloraine in the Esk. And then the Launceston came back. Yeah, but at the end of the day, we've got a pretty strong committee. We've got, I guess the NTFA chose us as one of these Premier League teams because of the district and the community thing, and we've got all these contingents, all these Scottsdale. So they're getting back into a regional thing this year in the competition. There are some that probably didn't agree with not coming into this competition. It's just that Launceston and South North Launceston have been added from statewide to this competition. It's just going to make it a little bit more difficult, but at the end of the day, we've been here before. In 1984, when we joined, we've come from the country up to the NTFA, and we've been playing at that level ever since, in the NTFL, up the coast. It has its swings and roundabouts, but it's harder and harder to get people to help do anything. But we're not going too bad at the moment. I think we've got a good list of players. We've got plenty of numbers. The seconds might be a problem this year, but we just got to press on and see how we go.
Any players to watch out for?
Oh, you'd know more about them than I would.
Brad and Josh Rickard, Leighton Bloomfield, Jaden Last, the new coach, Nick Milburn, and the assistant coach. They'll be great additions to the club. The team that we're going to put on the park this year is very young, and the coach we've appointed this year, he's been well received by the players. He's respected within the football community along the coast and around this area, and he's here to develop our young players and just move them to the next level. And 2025 is going to be a tough year for us, but we're in here for the long haul. And the reason why we've joined the Premier Division is for our junior club as well. And I don't know with you the history of statewide league. And in the past, Launceston and North Launceston have played in the statewide league, and they've lured our better younger players to go and play at the highest level. They don't have to do that now. They can stay here at Deloraine, and if they're good enough, they'll get recognised to go into the Devils program. And from here, so they can stay here and play for Deloraine, not being lured by some dollars from in Launceston. We've got some talented juniors who are in the Junior Devils program. It's for them and also for our current players. If we had dropped back a league, we would have lost 8 or 10 senior players. Because they want to play at the highest level. And that's why we've pursued this path that we're going on now. So
It's put the club and the community in a bit of a rock and a hard place. It's damned if you didn't, you're damned if you did, you know. So it's a matter of giving these kids a pathway and keeping our kids in the community and turning the football club. And we have plans to put new club rooms over the other side there in cahoots with the council and make the facilities better and make it a community driven thing. Like this would be the major football club between Longford and Latrobe.
yeah.
So
Are you aware of what the council are intending to do down here?
I know that they're planning a park and a range of things over there, but I don't know the specifics.
yeah, that's about they've just put the tender out for that, so they'll get started on that soon. And the entrance will be a new entrance down at the footy club here and a bigger area down over there to train on maybe, or to warm up, or wherever, or people to walk their dog even. And then eventually over there on the other side near the scoreboard there'll be a new club rooms, kitchen, bar area that the whole community can use. It'll hold about 250 people. You can have conventions or whatever they want, weddings, whatever. Like, be pretty smicko, and that's the idea. And we embrace the whole community to get back. And it's not just a football club. It's where you send your kids. Your kids might go into Lonside, for example, into St Pat's. But I always come out here to play my football. At the moment they go in there, they probably get their mates and they can go to another club. The idea is if you go to school here, stay out here, come back and play with us. And we've got good facilities as well. So these young fellas don't like shit facilities anymore, do they? They've got to have the best of everything and the good phones and everything and all that sort of stuff, don't they? So
Yep.
It's about trying to involve everybody around the district. Yeah, get everyone back involved and come into the football again. And that's what Don said, it'll be hard. But Scottsdale and Longford are in the same position as we are. They've got to play these metropolitan teams as well. It's country versus city, really, isn't it? Country.
What will happen to this facility here?
We're still in talks with the council and the feds and whatnot, but our plan would be that this function room would become 2 more change rooms. So we would have toilet facilities in here would stay, but the 2 change rooms up the other end and the umpires' rooms make it develop better. This would become another 2 change rooms because there's an aluminium door there and there's one there behind you, and then up the middle here, so it'd be easy to convert. This is all concrete and brick, so if it flooded, that's no big deal. Come in, hose it out, painted, job's good. But when it's our function area, yeah, the crap hits the fan and it'd be pretty ugly. And then the bar area now and the kitchen would ideally be converted, and we would make that a gym. And personally, I'd like to see it all set up as a gym that the community could use as well. You become a member, swap your card, come in and use it, do what you want to do. And again, we're getting back to everybody using what's down here, because it won't be just the Deloraine Football Club. It'll be a community thing for they've done a similar thing over there in the past. It's what we got to get to, really.
I was going to ask, obviously there's been flooding challenges in the past, but the new area will be elevated.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the new ones will be. There'll be the change rooms up here, and there'll be a grassy bank over there instead of the car park and everything, and seats and viewing on. The only drawback to it, I can see, is late in the afternoon and winter you'll be looking straight into the sun. But you can't have everything. It's just the way it is. We might not get another flood like that for quite some time, but we will get one eventually.
We've had 5 in the last 30 years.
Yeah.
2022, 2016, 2011. Yeah, they're the three that I know of.
There's a bit of washing to do when
Yeah.
Where did it get to, Don? The third brick down, wasn't it, from the bar?
About 1.5 metres. Yeah. If I stood up there, it'd be just over my hip. When we go outside, you'll see a blue line painted just outside the doors there, and that's where the flood came to. There was over 1 metre in here, flowing right through it. We tried to sandbag all the entrances, and it was just so much water. You've obviously seen photos, haven't you? Yeah.
It doesn't come in just here, it comes in down the bottom and round in the old racetrack. It comes in around and swirls in back around this way and fills up from around the back. Comes in and because of the new highway, it can't get out. It's like one big dam. But once it gets trapped in here, it's only got one point to go through, which is under the bridge down there, and it's a tiny little narrow thing in the middle. It was a phenomenal amount of water, really. Yeah. Got it certain to believe it.
Yeah, it was. I came down here late, about 9:30 the night before, and I came down here at 6:30, and the water was just coming onto the ground. And when I came here at 6:30, it was just
But
right
it
across
happens everywhere, doesn't it? Like it's happening. Man, it's just one of those things. Never got to beat nature.
Yeah, just adapt.
Just you got to adapt to. That's right.
Get through it.
I was talking to someone today, and they said, "Why don't we? Would it be worthwhile putting an extra metre of dirt right across the ground?" I said, "The ground's not the problem. That drains quite well. It's just the facilities need to be above the normal flood level." Yeah.
It's as you can see, this is all better block of the concrete floor under the carpet and the concrete floor now. That used to be timber over there, but now they fit the back of this. We can't keep replacing this, so they just filled up with concrete, put the Lebanese over the top of it.
It's robust.
Yeah, that's right. So all through here, it's just concrete. It'll be no big deal in the future. The grandstand will be condemned and they'll pull that down, and this will be our change rooms and stuff, which will be okay. Yeah, it'll be good. And we're looking pretty good at that. We've been having meetings with Rebecca White and Wayne Johnson and discussions with them.
So look, the council have gone ahead and employed some architects, and they've got some costings of what it's going to do to erect the new facility. And so the council have been talking to both parties, and
Commitments, or have they?
hoping to get a commitment from both parties leading up to the next election, which is only going to be 3 months away at the latest, because it's got to be done by May.
Everyone's looking, that's fairly positive. Yeah. It's the one thing I mind is when I took this job over this year is that just want to get the senior side going all right and get these new facilities built, and then mind the rest will just take care of itself. Jeans will take care of itself, the women's team will take care of itself, and if we can get the seniors going, we'll win a few games and get some new facilities, everyone will just go, this is good, and the rest will just follow. Pretty simple, really, but just got to make it happen.
That's the hard part.
It's so hard. Good to say it's good in theory.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy, but it's all about the future.
Yeah, it's all about. Well, I'm 61 tomorrow, as a matter of fact.
Tomorrow?
Yes. Happy birthday.
Yes.
Yeah.
You should be on Facebook so it comes up and reminds us automatically.
A fair bit older than me, although we do play a lot of golf together and stuff. We do a lot of stuff together, Don and I. But at the end of the day, we're not going to be here forever, And I look back to when I first started playing back here, you had Joan Pedley in a shop there, and I was only a kid playing here. And
She's still in the
Pat Armstrong and Sylvie Bartlett. people have been around forever. Then I become president years and years later, and you come in, because I always come in this building through the kitchen. Always have to. It's just what I do. I walk through the kitchen.
And the free feed.
And here they are. And here they all still are. You know, I'm finished playing and I'm president of the football club, and these old girls are still in the kitchen. That's what it's all about. Unfortunately, we don't have those old girls anymore. And we're getting to the point where we're the old guys. So we need to set this up so that these young fellas, we keep saying to these young blokes, it's your club. You go out and find these players, you know them, you go and get them. We'll do the rest. We'll do all the hard yards and talk to the government on what have we got to do, whatever we've got to do, and make the hard decisions. But at the end of the day, they've got to take over like we did it and run the club. So all goes in swings and roundabouts, doesn't it?
That's it.